Hello, Lisa here. I have no idea if this is working. Push my hair up so it looks a little better. I can't get it to pause and continue between selfie mode and non-selfie mode without stopping and starting, and that means editing, and I don't like editing. But anyhow, I'm making this video to show you a piece of a huge project that we're working on. So I'm going to introduce you to the big Christmas project we're working on for our grandkids and show you a little how-to for aligning letters on your project. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around and see how it looks. All right, well, silly me. I paused the recording and, I couldn't see what I had. So, oh well, we carry on. All right, here's the big project. Husband told our daughter last year when she was talking about taking the kids to the Polar Express in Williams, Arizona. I don't remember if she said that they had before or not, but it's become cost prohibitive and there's a 3-year wait. So my husband said, oh, we'll build the Polar Express in our rec room for the kids and you can come over and watch the movie. Okay, so here it is. I love him. It was a good idea, but huge project. Lots of work, mostly for me. So here's the sketch. We are building an 8-foot tall by 16. This panel is 16 feet wide. The other panel is 18 feet wide. We measured the room, the space, we arranged the furniture, figured out what we wanted the wall dimensions to be, and basic design of the train. And what we did, what you see here is measurements for framing made from PVC, Schedule 40 PVC, all the different joints, and doorway to the train. The TV in our room is up at the front of the room. This would be the front of the room. So we figured out all of our dimensions, and as you can see, here's the engine, the passenger car, and the door to enter the car. So we are spelling out the word Polar Express on the train body, and that's what I'm going to show you today, how I'm doing that. It's not finished yet, but I want to show you how I am going to accomplish this because I want the letters to be perfectly spaced, okay, within reason, but I want them to be spaced, regularly spaced apart and be aligned top to bottom as well. So how do I do that? Oh, dang, I have to go get something. Hang on. Okay. Thank you, Clutchy. Yes, thank you. Move. Move. All right. Started by purchasing these letters. They are 3 inches tall. I needed some letters that were ready-made. They are burlap. I'm not fond of burlap, but it's what was available, what I found, so it's what I got. And also, as you can see, they're the raw color of burlap, not black. So now Clutchy has walked through this. All right, so you're looking at them backwards, the back side. So I had to figure out how I was going to get the letters applied to this body and have them be evenly spaced, like I said. So here's what I came up with. First of all, I actually used spray paint on the front side of the letters. Then these are 1.5-inch ribbons. I ran these through the sewing machine actually this way with the ribbon on top and the letter underneath, and I could see through it where I was working. You can't see it on camera, but I could see it while I was working. So I started on the top edge, and I had the paper on. I have peeled the paper off of the back side. These do have adhesive on the back. I left one with the paper still on it so you could see that. All right, so I started by just getting the stitching running along the edge of the ribbon, and then lining up the top flat edge of the P with the top flat edge of the ribbon, sewing across. Then I sewed a distance, and I determined that I wanted to have 1.5 inches between each letter. So I measured and again aligned the O with the top edge of the ribbon. The O actually was about 3¼ inches instead of, actually they're called 3-inch letters, but they're 3 1/8. This was a little bit bigger, so I extended it a little bit above the ribbon on the top and below on the bottom. Got it sewn across. Again, measured 1.5 inches to the L. Got it sewn across, etc., all the way across. Then I did this next line of stitching here, and again I was able to pull the ribbon taut and just kind of eyeball the perpendicular lines. And again I measured for my 1.5 inches here because I'm trying to get the letters all aligned. So then I flipped the letters over, well, the direction I was working. So I started, here's the top of the P. So I started with it in my machine. I did this line first. This is the top of the letters, then here. Then once I got all the way down, then I started with the S because I wanted to still have the same direction. So here, not that you can tell on an S or an E, there, an R. There's the top side is now on my left instead of my right. Now the bottom of the letters are on my right. And I started here, aligning the right edge of the ribbon with the bottom edge of the letters. And it was a little bit tricky with the S. I had to, just kind of do it to get it started. But then once I got going, again, I could measure from here to here, 1.5 inch distance, and just kept working my way along. So now, yes, they can wiggle and get out of alignment, but now I'm going to try to do this here. Show you my fancy footwork. I hold that taut, and over here I pull tight. You see how it goes from being wiggly to having pretty good alignment. So when I go to apply this to the fabric that I'm using for the body of the passenger car, I will measure from the top edge of the body here below the windows. I'll measure a distance down. I will find center of the body and center of the word ribbon and line those up. And then I'm gonna have to have my husband's help to get everything aligned. And this is tacky. So I'm going to also apply some additional fabric adhesive to this. And when the fabric's all laid out flat and at rest, then get these. I need a fast tack adhesive. It's probably going to be Beacon, I think is the brand, Beacon Fabri-Tac, and there's also Aleene's Fabric Fusion. They are, I believe, the exact same product. They are acetone based, and the because of the acetone, acetone evaporates, so it's quick setting. I will have to do another video about my experience with using various adhesives on this product. But anyway, that'll come later. Point being, set this down with adhesive and then come back and sew them down later, just to back up the adhesive and make sure edges don't lift. Now, I've done a different project with lettering in the past. It was a banner for a club that needed lettering, and basically what I did was exactly what you see here. I ran across the body using thread that was the same color as the body so it would blend in, and rather than come around each letter like this, which would be very, very tedious, I glued the letters down, but then just ran a straight line across top and bottom in the body color, and then the letters were black, I think, and the body was a cream color. So I used cream colored thread, but then I came back with a Sharpie and colored the thread black so that it just blended right in. You couldn't tell. So exactly how I complete this project remains to be seen. But I thought I had enough here that I could show you and explain to you how I am going to get letters applied to this project. And I'm sure I will be back. I'm making progress on this project. I will call it 60% complete, maybe even 75%. So pretty soon I will have something to show you with that. Okay, well, good luck in your lettering projects. Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching. And I hope you come back to see how this project is completed. Thank you.